Hey everybody, it's R&A here. We're making a different kind of video today. Today we're going to be going over an Iceberg, specifically the Marvel Legends / Toybiz Iceberg. So I'm very excited to bring this to you today. I was scrolling down Reddit one day and I came across this Iceberg. I had to ask the creator if it was okay for us to make a video on it, because as soon as I saw it, I knew this would be something that would interest a lot of newcomers into this hobby, and of course maybe for some of us who have already been doing this for a bit, we'll get to learn something new today. But anyway, thank you so much to the creator of this Iceberg, Kai Yacht 1. Please go check out his channel down in the description below. He makes a lot of really cool stop motion videos. And thank you also for being such a great help in actually making this video, getting all the information right. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see what we've made here today. Of course, Raiden will also be participating in reading some of these layers. Without further ado, here is the Iceberg. Enjoy. Layer 1. Toybiz Build-A-Figures. Toybiz was a major toy company that rose to prominence in the 1990s and early 2000s, especially for its Marvel Comics action figures. Toybiz's Marvel figures are remembered for their creativity, accessibility, and collector value. Their Marvel Legends line, especially, is credited with shaping the modern collectible action figure market. They also introduced a very popular wave later used by Hasbro, Build-A-Figure. The first Build-A-Figure being Galactus. This wave consisted of 6 figures to build the Devourer of Worlds, and that included Professor X, Nightcrawler, War Machine, Doctor Strange, Deathlock, Bullseye. Hasbro. Hasbro was founded in 1923 by brothers Henry and Hillel Hasenfeld under the name Hasenfeld Brothers. Hasbros? Isn't that cool? They acquired the rights to Marvel's toy license in 2006, with the deal taking effect in January of 2007. Shartimus Prime YouTubers. Shartimus Prime is a YouTuber who regularly reviews Marvel Legends action figures. Also, his catchphrase, "Big, big, big!" As for the other YouTubers, this could be referencing channels like Anthony Customs, Robo Don't Know, Unparalleled Universe, The Amazing, Fwoosh, among many, many others. I guess, could we count as YouTubers? No, we're not cool enough. Movie Figs, Gamerverse. This entry refers to the action figures based on early Marvel movies and MCU figures. Toybiz notably made the movie figures based on the X-Men, Blade, and Spider-Man, among many other movie releases. Hasbro would later make figures based on MCU figures. As for Gamerverse, similarly, it's based on existing Marvel media, with some video game appearances being immortalized in figure form, such as Insomniac's Spider-Man, Marvel's Avengers from 2020, and most recently the designs based on Marvel vs. Capcom games. Peg warmers. Peg warmers are figures that sit on the shelf for long periods of time without being purchased. If you've gone to your local Ollie's or a Walmart that doesn't regularly stock up on new stuff, you'll probably see a very popular peg warmer line, the Eternals. The figures sit on the shelf for a while, most likely due to the characters not being very popular. In the Eternals case, the movie not doing very well, causing the line to flop. Anniversary lines. Marvel Legends Anniversary lines are the special edition figure releases that celebrate major milestones of iconic Marvel characters, comic books, or Marvel Legends line itself. What makes these figures so special are the different packaging the figures come in, at times extra points of articulation and details, as well as limited releases. A few notable anniversary lines being the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary, celebrating the 20 years of Marvel Legends since Toybiz launched the line in 2002, and most recently the 85th anniversary, celebrating 85 years of Marvel Comics. Cosplay items. This refers to Hasbro's role-play gear line, which has had the likes of helmets, shields, Mjolnirs, and more recently the Doctor Doom helmet, which I just had to buy. Here's a picture of me with it. I was so goddamn happy when I got my hands on this because, originally it was going to release like August, July. I got my hands on it, I think, like at the end of May. So that was really cool. And now I'm seeing Amazon says September 2. Jesus Christ.
HasLabs. HasLab is Hasbro's crowdfunding platform for large premium collector items. Collectors back it by pledging money, usually over a 45-day campaign. If the funding goal is met, the item goes into production. If not, the project is canceled and no one is charged. So far, we have received 3 HasLabs, with them being the Sentinel, released in 2020, priced at $349.99, which was a 26.3 inch tall and included swappable heads and hands with some battle damaged, as well as 2 extra figures. Next, we got the Galactus in 2022. It came out priced at $400 and was 32 inches tall. It included Silver Surfer, Morg, and Frankie Ray Nova, as well as swappable faceplates. Lastly, Giant Man was released in 2024, priced at $200. This Giant Man came with swappable antennas, faceplates, including a zombie look. This figure stands at 24 inches, 2 feet, and is the least feature-heavy release out of the 3. As an example of canceled HasLabs, the Engine of Vengeance, a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider HasLab, was canceled. It had swappable engine, swappable tires, came with a few accessories. Nevertheless, it was canceled. Fan streams. Hasbro Pulse livestreams showcase upcoming Marvel Legend figures and news. Windowless packaging. A 2022 to 2023 change removing plastic windows from boxes leading to backlash. QC issues. Quality control issues, paint slop, loose joints, and missing parts. Stan Lee figure. A tribute figure of Stan Lee with accessories like chessboard and Captain America shield. There was a 2007 Comic-Con edition with this figure having soft goods. Underneath those soft goods, you would find a Spider-Man suit. Pretty cool. Customs. Custom-made figures or repaints by fans using existing Marvel Legend parts. Pinless joins. A newer engineering method that hides the pegs in the knees, elbows, for better aesthetics. Earth's Mightiest Black Widow. A controversial figure with perceived reused parts and price complaints. I thoroughly enjoyed that figure. McFarlane Toys. A competing toy company often compared to Marvel Legend in quality, articulation, and price. In my opinion, they don't hit the same mark very often. But lately I've been seeing some promising figures being announced. I'll bet at a higher price. Galactus Build-A-Figure. The original 2005 Toybiz Build-A-Figure, now legendary for its scale and detail, dwarfed when compared to the HasLab Galactus. It still holds a very special place in collectors' hearts, including mine.
Spider-Man X-Men Classics. These are early lines that predate or run parallel to early Marvel Legends, often with less articulation. However, they're very, very popular amongst fans. Even if it's less articulation, it's got a whole lot of heart behind it. It has a heart on. We have a heart on. 12-inch figures. This was a short-lived premium scale Marvel Legends line around 2016 through 2017. Many of these figures were given high praise due to their detail and play value. We personally wanted to see the new Hulk look like their 12-inch counterpart from this line. And yeah, you could see our Maximum Hulk review for how we feel on that. But comment down below, what's your favorite 12-inch figure from this line? Engine of Vengeance. This is talking about a failed HasLab for Robbie Reyes' Hellcharger. It received massive backlash and poor performance with the amount of backers it got. Interestingly though, unlockable tiers included Mephisto, Madeline Pryor, Goblin Queen, and Damien Hellstorm. All I want to say is, please Hasbro, please give us Mephisto. Oh my god. Reused molds. This is a long-standing collector complaint that Hasbro reuses old body molds too often. A notorious reused mold being the Bucky Cap body that was used 40 plus times, and that's putting it very mildly. Now we have the Vulcan body being reused quite regularly as well. However, I have to be honest, I don't really, I don't mind it. Silk fan vote. I do have to be honest, we will be getting into more detail in a later layer, but pretty much to sum it up, a lot of people were up in arms about the fact that Silk won the fan vote over two other figures, which we'll go into more detail later. And I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I don't really like Silk too much. I'm not saying it's a bad character, I just don't really care for her too much. So yeah. Stiltman Build-A-Figure. A 2020 through 2021 Build-A-Figure. We both want to see the Maximum Stiltman come out within our lifetime. But let's see if that ever happens. Maximum Stiltman for 2026. What do we say, guys? Eternals wave. Now, I mentioned this before, but this is the infamous wave of Marvel Legends that got peg-warmed hard due to the low interest in the Eternals movie. I call it the Ollie's Special. Other Hasbro lines. This refers to non-Marvel Legends lines like G.I. Joe Classified, Power Rangers Lightning Collection. They sometimes have better quality for the same price. My opinion, I really like the Transformers line, if we're talking about another Hasbro line that isn't Marvel Legends. Legendsverse is a fan-made database for Marvel Legends collectors that tracks figures, waves, Build-A-Figures, exclusives, and variants. It features custom checklists and wish lists, focuses mainly on the Hasbro era while including Toybiz info, has a clean layout, often more up-to-date than official websites, and is great for checking release history or planning collections, all created by fans not affiliated with Hasbro. Glenn Webb was a beloved YouTuber in the community, known for customs and reviews before his untimely passing.
The Definitive Spider-Man. This refers to the ongoing joke that so far we have like 40 definitive Spider-Men. I mean, when will it end? If ever. Will it even be better than Maximum Spider-Man? SDCC exclusives. San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, rare expensive box sets, the Raph, Thunderbolts, SDCC Deadpool 2-pack. This year we should have some new SDCC exclusives, leaving a lot of fans to speculate which figures are next. No Way Home figs took forever. Fans waited nearly a year for an accurate No Way Home figure with all three Spider-Men. In the end, they're all garbage. Did we rate it 8 or 9 out of 10 in our first review? Yes, but we also just got into collecting figures. We were also very excited to have it in the first place. I mean, we needed a Tobey Maguire Marvel Legend desperately. Appearance refers to comic accurate versions of the characters in their first appearance, often in high demand. An example of some first appearance would be Retro Card Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, Fig swaps. When collectors return figures to stores with different, usually cheaper or older figures inside, it can lead to some pretty hilarious photos, such as these, and this, and that. Display model behavior. Displaying model behavior, real name Dave, is a British YouTuber known for his leaks and commentaries. Dave has had some pretty accurate leaks. Dave. Leaks. Unofficial early reveals of figures through factory leaks or insiders. For the 2025 leak list, so far we have gotten some spot on. A pretty notable example being the Marvel vs. Capcom line, which was leaked a while back. Thanks, Dave.
The return of Marvel Legends. This is referring to the time in 2011 when Hasbro officially announced that they would be returning the Marvel Legends line, or relaunching. The relaunch would come into full effect in 2012, and it's important to note that between 2007 and 2010, fans' interest was waning on the Marvel figures. Marvel Legends cancellation. Now this is referring to the time between 2009 and 2010 when Marvel Legends were received poorly by fans, while Hasbro was focusing on their Marvel Universe 3.75-inch line. During this time, Hasbro revealed in their San Diego Comic-Con the Thor Marvel Legends figure, almost as a pulse check to see if any fans were still interested. As we previously discussed, though, Hasbro would announce their Marvel Legends line was coming back in 2011. Also, RIP Marvel Universe, I miss you so much. I miss you every day. The GOAT. The GOAT. Marvel Superheroes. What the? Marvel Superheroes. What the? Is a comedy parody series produced by Marvel, originally as a print comic and later adapted into stop-motion animated web series. By the way, I fully recommend watching this series, and the link will be down in the description below. There's so much fun. It's kind of like a PG version of Robo Chicken. Dupe. This was a figure release alongside Deadpool in the Toybiz era for Marvel Legends Series 6. Dupe's character first appeared in X-Force number 116 in 2001, and he's basically a floating green blob that speaks in an indecipherable language only certain characters can understand. He's also weirdly a cosmic level entity. Fun fact, I used to have the Dupe figure, and I don't really know where he is now. Rectangular. Rectangular is a well-known content creator and Marvel Legends news leaker. He's received a lot of notoriety for his reviews and his accurate leaks of Marvel Legends lines before they're announced. A link to his channel will be down in the description below. Crystar plus Rom. Fans were pleasantly surprised when both of these characters were revealed to have their own Marvel Legends release. With Crystar being announced in 2023, and then Rom having a similar cult following, got a lot of fans excited once he was announced in 2024 and then released in 2025. Marvel Unlimited. Every year, Marvel Unlimited offers a premium tier that includes an exclusive Marvel Legends figure made in partnership with Hasbro. A few of these exclusives include, but are not limited to, the first appearance Daredevil, the Night Spider, and Kitty Pryde. I really like the first appearance Daredevil in my opinion. Onslaught Red Skull. The Onslaught Red Skull Build-A-Figure was released in 2016 as a part of the Captain America wave by Hasbro. It represents a Red Skull possessed version of Onslaught from Uncanny Avengers. A notable feature is the swappable head and fans could replace the Red Skull with the classic Onslaught head that came later in the X-Men wave.
Purple shaded movie goblin. Funny enough, after doing some research, I could only find one post talking about this figure. A Redditor by the name of
Urumeshi Yusuke
posted this photo 1 year ago with the caption, "The true, rarest Spider-Man figure, Green Goblin with purple shading from the 2008 Spider-Man Trilogy series."
Inappropriate X-Men figures.
Inappropriate X-Men figures. X-Men figures have had their fair share of inappropriate representations. Here are a few examples. Oh my. I would tap that. Pretty revealing for a kid's toy. Thankfully, though, they have had a variant that fixed all these problems. Again, new variant, I would still tap that. Why Toad in Series 1? Oftentimes referred as a very questionable decision, considering that the rest of the line included Captain America, Hulk, and Iron Man, 3 very popular characters. The easy answer, it was the most cost-effective for Toybiz to reuse parts for Toad. HasCon Deadpool. In 2017,
Hasbro
held their first ever convention, HasCon. They released an exclusive Deadpool action figure. This Deadpool had some pretty unique accessories, including a taco and a water gun in his holster. This figure itself, based off the X-Force design. Toybiz Flatman. From the Great Lake Avengers box set, literally a 2D figure. It's either genius or cursed. Big time letdown Spider-Man. A neon green, barely posable disaster of a figure became a meme within the community. It's also one of my personal favorite reoccurring figures in Shartimus Prime videos.
Holy Grail. This refers to one of the greatest action figures Marvel Legends has ever had the honor of making in the history of mankind. I'm not even exaggerating. Obviously, I'm talking about Cyclops Age of Apocalypse. Now, I gotta add in here, this is sarcasm. I think this figure is, like, personally to me, one of the worst figures I have ever had the displeasure of laying my eyes on. I've seen this thing in person, and I wanted to stop collecting completely. Anyway, this could also be referring to people's personal holy grail. But anyway, I also have to add in here, alongside this entry, that there was this Reddit post. Chinese repackaging. Hasbro has occasionally released legit Marvel Legends waves exclusively in China, which are real repacks of previously available molds targeted at the Chinese market. Cancelled figures. Throughout the time Hasbro has released figures, a few of them were announced and then ultimately cancelled. The reasons may vary, but here are a few notable cancelled figures. Knockoff Legends. With any officially licensed product, there will be knockoffs. Typically, you can find these knockoffs on AliExpress. The KOs aren't just made off of Hasbro's Marvel Legends waves, but also Toybiz's Marvel Legends figures. I wanted to take this moment to also give a quick shout out to Still Figuring It Out. He makes videos comparing the knockoff figures to the authentic version, and this helps a lot when you're trying to buy the real thing. Samuel L. Voodoo. Cursed figures have been mentioned prior to this, but this one is truly haunting. This is very clearly a horrible figure swap, with a stick as an accessory. Or could this be one of the most goated accessories of all time? Professor X can't stand. When I tell you they did this on purpose, I mean it. This could either be very clever or just made in poor taste. I mean, sure, the character doesn't stand, so I guess it's, fine, but yeah. Fan streams are pre-taped. This refers to the odd moment in the January live stream when the live stream was uploaded completely in VR mode. This is the moment many fans found out that the live streams were actually pre-taped. Thinking back to it now, I don't know why it was such a big surprise to me, but there was something kind of cool about the thought of the streams being in the moment.
Toybiz Incorporated v. United States. Toybiz Incorporated v. United States was a real court case from the year 2003 that involved Toybiz challenging how U.S. Customs classified their Marvel Legends and X-Men figures for import tariff purposes. Essentially, Toybiz used to have their figures classified as dolls. This was an issue because dolls had a higher import tariff. Toybiz argued that their figures should be under the classification of toys representing non-humans, a few examples being Nightcrawler, Beast, Magneto, who possess superpowers. The court eventually agreed with Toybiz, which affected companies moving forward on how they would classify their toys. This is where the US government ruled X-Men aren't humans. So technically the X-Men lost their humanity after that court case. Fan votes, they're rigged, just like the election. This is often talked about in the community because of Hasbro's weird patterns when it comes to their fan votes. An example often brought up is Silk winning Hasbro's fan votes. This figure was up against Lady Sif and Elektra. Now, me personally, I find that kind of weird. Elektra and even Lady Sif are much better than Silk. A few fans have speculated that the votes are only done for promotional purpose, as the figures that Hasbro intended to release in the first place already had their molds fabricated.
Stores
Versus collectors. This is an ongoing tension between collectors and big retailers like Walmart having exclusives that are very hard to come by. It's really frustrating trying to get your hands on figures, especially when it's exclusive to that retailer, such as the Psylocke vs. Thanos 2-pack for Target. Hopefully, the days of Walmart and Target exclusives become a thing of the past, as it's becoming increasingly difficult to obtain certain figures. Silver Luke Cage, you heard it here first. This Toybiz variant is pretty cool. Released in select regions, not clearly advertised, and not reissued later by Hasbro. This became a sought-after figure for many collectors. In my opinion, I think it would be really cool if Hasbro re-released a silver version of their Power Man figure. Toybiz Blue Wasp, a rare repaint of Wasp from the Toybiz line. One of their rarest figures with a mysterious release. Ooh, ah. Crimson Dawn Psylocke, ultra rare repaint. Only appeared in limited places and is still very hard to find. This figure would look great in my jar. Phoenix 5 Cyclops. Only one made from their P5 team, not PS5, P5. People have speculated the rest were canned due to low interest. Whatever the reason, it's a damn shame we didn't get any more of the team. Quick shout out to Coyote1, forgive me if I'm butchering that name. Big shout out to him, he helped us with the vid, storyboard, and get things in line and what place of the iceberg, even the idea itself.
Once again, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you can get more content like this. And of course, if you guys want to leave down anything that we may have missed out, please feel free to go down in the comments below. Let us know what you think of the video, and have a great one. We'll see you next time.